Mr. Chaplin is that he was a man of very strong standards, and so just the fact that the two of you were in this film, I think, speaks volumes there. So could you both, and you can, maybe you have some interchange you want to do here, so don't worry about it, but I'd like to hear both of your stories as to how you became involved with this project of Limelight and with Mr. Chaplin, whichever came first.
Shall I go? I was in a play in London. I was a young actress, no great note. I was making my way up slowly. And I was playing a dancer, which I think was important. And a friend of Chaplin's called Arthur Lawrence, who was a very fine screenwriter, came to see the play and recommended me to Chaplin. And then things took their course. I came to New York for a week. I was allowed a week off the play to test with him. He came all the way from Los Angeles by train to meet me. I was nobody, unknown. And from that day to this, I totally worshipped him, and I feel that I had to have been the luckiest actress in the world to have been chosen by such a great genius as his partner, really.
So, did you audition for him in New York, or did you just meet with him?
Oh, no. We worked on with Jerry Epstein, whom I want to mention because he was so much part of this story and was not really given credit enough.
Louder.
Louder?
Yeah.
I'm too loud.
Is that better? I don't know.
Swap mics.
Is that a hot mic even?
Read the mic.
It's not even hot.
Change the mics?
There you go.
How's that?
Yeah, it's
Ah! Now I can't remember what I was saying.
You tested in New York.
Yes, I went to New York and we worked on 3 scenes together with Jerry directing, so to speak, and for 4 days, and on the 5th day we shot these scenes in a studio in Brooklyn. I don't know where it was. And then I went back to the play and waited for 3 months of kind of agony, and then I was told I got the part.
But you shot the film. You asked the question here.
But we need to know that you... No? It's a silent night. Man, is your mic on? Is your mic on?
Hello. Hello.
May I borrow your mic, Norman?
Norman, can you tell us the story of how you became involved with this?
Wait a minute, just one.
Okay.
The fact that you tested in New York for
Yes.
1 week.
Yes.
And they filmed the test, took it back to Los Angeles, deliberated, and that's how you got. And one of the scenes that she did in New York was the famous "I'm walking" moment. So that when it was time to do it for the film, we'll get to you in a second, it was a great story. I wish you would tell it, since we're on that wavelength. By the time you were in Hollywood, you got the part, and it was time to do your big emotional moment.
Yes. Chaplin quite rightly didn't trust me to really cook up emotion on the go. I was very inexperienced young actress. I was certainly very emotional, but he was determined to get the best out of me. So he played a trick on me. It was the only one he did during the film, and it was worth it. He asked me to come into his trailer and he said, let's just go over the words for the scene. I don't want any emotion. It was really wicked. I don't want any emotion. I don't want anything. Just say the words. So I said the words, and he said, well, what is that? I mean, you can't do it like that. I, of course, started to cry. He pushed me onto the set. We did the scene. It worked. Very naughty, but I thank him for it, wherever you are, Charlie.
Norman, you play tennis with Charlie.
Yes.
Take over.
I thought you were going to ask me the scores. There's certain things we don't reveal. Charlie and I met because we shared an addiction. Not what any of you are thinking. Tennis. And we had a mutual friend, Jim Durant, who was very close to Charlie as a friend. Very fine tennis player. And I knew Tim, and one day he said, would you like to come over to Chaplin's to play some doubles on Saturday, a given Saturday? And I said, if the tennis is up to quality, yes. And I went over and met with Charlie. He was very hospitable, very gracious, played, and then left. Jim asked me up the following week, and the same thing occurred. And then in the middle of the next week, Charlie's butler, Watson, who was the butler in The Butler Did It. Charlie loved to torment him, but that's another story. But Watson called me and said, Mr. Chaplin would like for you to come over and play some tennis with him. This would be singles on this Wednesday afternoon. And I went over, and that was the start of our playing together over a few years, about 4 times a week. And it was very enjoyable, and after the tennis, we would go up to the sun porch where he used to write, and he loved to have a Scotch old-fashioned. And I would participate in that with him. So you see, it was a good friendship.